Greetings, my name is George Ireton. I'm here to tell you how I discovered the root cause of rheumatoid arthritis. For the past 5 years I have been treating the cause of rheumatoid arthritis rather than the effect, and during that 5 years I have able to progress to this point where I can move all fingers and all joints. I take no prescription drugs to keep my joints rheumatoid arthritis free. By the time we work through this presentation, we will throw out about all of the current thinking of rheumatoid arthritis treatment. Before proceeding, I need to state the following. I am not a physician, nor am I associated with any medical organization, physician, or pharmacy. I cannot be your physician. I cannot cure your health problems. I can only relate to you my true experience in dealing with rheumatoid arthritis. My reason for making this video is to end the terrible disease that gave me a poor lifestyle for almost 30 years. If you care to follow what I did to cure rheumatoid arthritis, it is up to you to work with your physician to set up your program. That program will also have to include a re-education of your physician, since almost all the medical community had not heard of the real cause of rheumatoid arthritis. So let's start this journey to a rheumatoid arthritis-free life. Rheumatoid arthritis is defined as the inflammation of the skeletal joints of the body, which include your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your fingers, your hips, your knees, your ankles, your toes, your jawbone, and one neck bone. In the United States, there are 1.5 million people that suffer from rheumatoid arthritis, and there are many more that are borderline. The standard treatment for RA for the past 40 plus years, as it still is today, has been to treat it as an immune system disease. That's why I was treated with methotrexate for 24 years to depress my immune system. In 2013, I just reached a maximum dose of just under 10 2.5 milligram pills of methotrexate per week, which was approaching a lethal dose. That amounted to 25,000 milligrams of methotrexate consumed over a 24-year period. My liver must have said, "Really, how long do you think I have to keep this up?" Well, it was about to get worse because I would have to go to the dreaded injectable route. In March 2013, everything started to turn around in rapid order. My physician had put me on vitamin D for energy. Vitamin D had been in use as a treatment for rheumatoid arthritis, but had limited success. This leads us to our first well-known scientific fact. Vitamin D is the only substance that fights inflammation in the skeletal joints of the body. Over a 3-month period, I managed to get off of the methotrexate by using vitamin D alone. But I wasn't improving. There was something missing. At that time, I found a life-changing article linking vitamin D and the mineral magnesium. In an article in livestrong.com dated August the 18th, 2011, Owen Bond, nutritionalist, stated the following: magnesium is also required by all the enzymes that metabolize vitamin D. Initial symptoms of magnesium deficiency include muscle cramps, which are also often exacerbated by sunbathing because large amounts of vitamin D are produced within the skin to respond to sunlight and deplete magnesium levels even further. Supplementing with vitamin D can also exacerbate an underlying magnesium deficiency. From this, we can conclude that the vitamin D levels will fail to rise in those already deficient in magnesium, irrespective of the amount of vitamin D intake. This is the reason that I struggled for the first 12 weeks of taking vitamin D alone. I started the magnesium treatment with my vitamin D level at 35, as most RA patients do. I took a daily quantity of 8,000 international units of vitamin D3 and 1,600 milligrams of magnesium oxide for a several month period to overcome 26 years of low vitamin D. Monitoring of vitamin D and the magnesium levels with my physician was a must. Otherwise, I would just be shooting in the dark to define my dosage. This leads us to little known scientific fact number 2, which is that there is only one substance in the blood that energizes the enzymes to metabolize vitamin D. And that substance is the mineral magnesium. Magnesium is the gatekeeper in the blood, allowing only the precise amount of vitamin D to be metabolized as there is available magnesium. It was amazing that this little known fact was never related to rheumatoid arthritis. Low magnesium leads to low vitamin D, which leads to high rheumatoid arthritis. So the root cause of rheumatoid arthritis is a deficiency in vitamin D and a deficiency in magnesium. Therefore, rheumatoid arthritis is not an immune system disease. When you treat the cause rather than the effect, the disease goes away. Immune system treatments should not be used because they do not treat the cause of RA. They further decrease the body's resistance to other diseases while putting the person into an impossible downward health spiral that they cannot stop. Now that we know the cause, we can turn that spiral around. The injectable treatments for rheumatoid arthritis cost up to $5,000 per month and do not cure RA because these treatments work on the effect. I've been RA free for 5 years now. The true treatment for rheumatoid arthritis for magnesium and vitamin D costs less than 2 cups of coffee a month or 25 cents a day, both over the counter at your favorite pharmacy. As I discovered in the original research from 2 sources, that there exists an exact ratio between the amount of magnesium and the amount of vitamin D to keep the reaction in balance. Unfortunately, in both situations, that ratio was not defined. So, over the last 5 years, I have defined my ratio as being 200 to 240 milligrams of magnesium for every 1,000 international units of vitamin D3. This evolved from my daily maintenance dose of 5,000 international units of vitamin D3 and the matching 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams of magnesium. This will vary from person to person due to their intake of magnesium from their food and due to their intake of vitamin D from sunshine. It is worth noting that magnesium is the most natural laxative known. It is important to start slowly with magnesium, as too much magnesium will result in a very loose stool or diarrhea, or too little will result in constipation and muscle cramps. That is the boundary of your dosages. In my dealing with RA, there are at least 4 causes of rheumatoid arthritis. The 4 compounds: paint solvents, ammonia, gasoline, and chlorine, when inhaled, attack the magnesium in the lungs and destroy it or remove it, which leads to high rheumatoid arthritis. After dealing with these compounds for many years and seeing the results of breathing their vapors, the following facts became apparent. I attribute paint solvents to the onset of my RA because of large exposure with it at work and home. Gasoline is on the list since over the years I've done engine maintenance on cars and boats. My exposure of chlorine came from bleach and swimming pool chemicals. Ammonia was added to the list when my son and I went to a kennel to pick up a pup. The kennel was attached to the residence of the owner, and due to the close proximity had a high smell of pet urine, which is primarily ammonia. The lady owner was fighting RA and, like the rest of us, was not winning the battle. I predicted when we left the kennel that I would have what I call an RA episode in the next 24 to 36 hours, and I would feel remarkably worse for at least a day. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. The ammonia had attacked the magnesium in my lungs, which in turn caused low inflammation fighter, vitamin D, in the skeletal joints, which is the definition of RA. Magnesium is easily removed from the body because it's water soluble. Vitamin D is fat soluble and not easily removed. During a bout with intestinal flu this past winter, diarrhea stripped out all my magnesium and left me with a major RA attack in my fingers and wrists for 48 hours. As soon as I was able to reestablish the magnesium level, the RA went away. Did you know that 75% of the RA patients are female? Of the four most common vapors, ammonia is the most likely to contribute to high RA. Between exposure to the litter box and changing urine-soaked diapers, the ladies traditionally inherit a large percentage of the ammonia work. If a person is exposed to litter boxes and/or diapers, there will be constant RA attack with hardly any let-up. So after all this information has been presented, you're probably asking yourself, how do we fight the exposure to keep these vapors from becoming an RA episode? Let's make an analogy to the gas tank in your car. Only now we will call it the vitamin D tank, which is located in the blood. First, your tank must be filled to above 50% or 50 on the vitamin D scale and kept there, because below 50 is RA territory. When we consider the episodes that can drain the vitamin D and the magnesium from our tank, it is reasonable to keep the vitamin D tank at 3/4 full, which is 75% on the vitamin D scale. My daily dose helps me maintain 72 on the vitamin D and 2.0 on the magnesium scales. That gives me a lot of room if I run into a random RA episode that sucks out an unknown amount of vitamin D from my tank and will still allow the level to remain well above the lower limit of 50%. Everyone now has a choice when dealing with RA. Use the high-cost injectable treatments that treat the effect of RA, that attack your immune system, making you feel worse, and do not decrease the joint swelling. Or use the natural vitamin D magnesium combination that together treat the cause of rheumatoid arthritis for 25 cents a day and makes you feel better while it reverses and eliminates joint swelling. That's an easy decision for anyone to make. You will find an RA free life easy to obtain. Good health to you all. Thank you for watching the video.